Good morning, boys and girls, and as we said in the first video about the morning routines, we said that the letter of this week was the letter D. So we're making a dinosaur. We're not using purple for the dinosaur. We're going to use a different color. We're going to use green over yellow on the black construction paper. So this is what we're going to make, but this is what you get with the black construction paper. All right, let's begin making the letter D. Now, letter D, as it said, it is a very interesting letter of the alphabet, and it brings a lot of joy to know that you will need your scissor. This is my teacher scissor. You will need glue or glue stick, and of course, your pair of scissors. And I do strongly recommend you to use this kind of scissor that gives the support for your hand if you're somebody whose hand gets a little achy when you're cutting. So, as you see, you have the letter D, but you have a lot of pieces on the side. So my suggestion is cut the letter D that's round here first, so that you can get rid of those pieces on the side. So we're going to open, close, open, close, open, close. If you see what I'm doing, I am doing the curve of the letter D. And the reason why I'm doing it is because what I said, I need this separate to be able to continue with the letter D. Now I have a straight line, so I'm going to cut down, open, close, open, close, open, close the letter D. And now I'm going to cut in the middle. So you can make a hole and start cutting, or you can pinch it and then start cutting. So we're going to start from the inside cutting. And I hope you can see this. So you're going to open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. And if you see, my other hand is holding the piece that is the inside of the letter D. I do not need the inside of the letter D because I'm making a dinosaur. So open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. If you forgot what I did, I made a hole in the middle of it and I cut through so that I do not cut my letter D. Okay, so my letter D is done right now. Now I'm going to move this over so that I can continue cutting the other pieces of this activity. So we have a head, and that's this one right here. This is the head of the dinosaur. So we're going to cut that first. And then the rectangles that you see, these are rectangles. You are going to consider that as their legs. And the triangle is the tail. Okay? So we're going to continue with the head. And we're going to cut open, close, open, close. Hold it with your other hand, open, close, and move the paper with your other hand. Your scissors should not move. So you're moving your scissor as you open and close, because you are learning how to cut. You are not learning how to move your scissor. You're just learning how to move your paper when you cut. So we have one rectangle, two rectangles, three rectangles, and this one is number 4. Okay, so you have 4 rectangles. So you cut open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. Now I have one of the legs. Good. Now you take out the scrap that you don't need. Now we continue. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. And that's another rectangle. Now I'm going to continue with this rectangle. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. And most dinosaurs, with the exception of a few, had 4 legs. So this is 3, and now this one becomes number 4. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. So now I finish all 4 of the rectangles that are going to be the legs of the dinosaur, and this is the head of the dinosaur. Your triangle in green is going to be the tail. So open, close, open, close, open, close. Now I have a tail. I also have tail triangles in yellow, and these are important because these are the ones that I'm going to use for the spikes on the back of my dinosaur. So open, close, open, close, and this becomes my first spike. Now this one is my second spike. Open, close, open, close. This is my third spike. And if I continue, open, close, this is my fourth spike. And this last one becomes the last spike for my dinosaur. So I have 5 spikes, or 5 yellow triangles. Okay? Now that I cut all the pieces, I'm going to need to put them up here on my laptop computer for a second because I need to bring the letter D. Now I'm going to start pasting, so I don't need any more of the scissor. So I'm going to put the scissor to the side. I'm going to flip my letter D because I'm going to put glue on it. Now, remember what I said before about glue. If you're pressing it, make sure you do circles, or if you're doing paste, you're doing circles. You are not pressing hard unless it's really necessary because you have a clog on your glue. But if your glue is good to go, like the one that just flipped over here, now I gotta do something here to fix it because it messed up a little bit. But I can still make my letter D work. Okay? This is going to take a little bit of a hand, but I'm doing it all by myself, and I need to make sure that you're able to do it by yourself and not feel that you cannot do it. So there is a little bit of glue here and there. I would not worry about having glue on your hands because now you're going to need it for the legs. So put all that glue that you had on your fingers on the first leg. Now I don't have any more. So now I'm going to rub my fingers until I can get all of that old glue that is stuck on my fingers. Okay? That's old glue. That's okay. You're not supposed to make this clean sweep unless you're one of those people that are squirmish about gluing. If you feel that way, use paste. Now we have the second leg. Let's go with the third leg. I got the third leg. Let's go with the fourth leg. I got the fourth leg. Good. Now I need to put my head to work. So I'm putting some glue on it to make it work. I'm putting my head here on the top. Okay, because it's supposed to look like this or walk like this. Okay. And now I'm going to put the tail and the spikes. Remember that the tail goes on the back is over here, because if this is the head, this is the tail. Now I get to put my yellow spikes. And you just put a little bit of glue and start gluing those spikes. It's only 5, so it should not be that hard. So here's the 4th spike. And last but not least, my last triangle spike. Okay? Now, the last thing I need to do is make his eye and his mouth. So I'm making a mouth right here, and his eye is right up here. And if I finished, which I did, it should look like this. This is your dinosaur. For the letter D, dinosaur. Okay? And this is what you're supposed to do. This was the copy of it. This is the one we made. And remember, smart is not something you are. Smart is something you get.